day to our dear student. Today we are going to revise our class 10 English poem Amanda, which you have already learned in offline classes. Through online classes also, one video is given to you. Through this, we are going to understand the NCERT questions along with the passage comprehension. So let us start. Before going to start the question, I would like to introduce you again about this poem. As you have come to know that this poem is about the views of a small girl named Amanda, about liberty in life. She wishes not to be disturbed by others, especially by her mother, as she is instructed not to bite her nails and not to hunch her soldiers. She is instructed to sit straight. She wants freedom and wishes to swim in the emerald sea like a mermaid. The speaker asks her if she has done her homework. Who is the speaker? Very clearly you have come to know that the speaker is her mother. She is asked if she has done her homework, cleaned her room and cleaned her shoes. The girl wishes that she should be an orphan, to roam freely, to wander freely without having any obstacles in the dusty streets. The speaker forbids her to eat chocolate, means her mother instructed her not to eat chocolate, but the little girl does not even look at the speaker because she does not like these type of instructions. She considers herself to be a Rapunzel and yearns, means wishes, desires one day a prince will come for the sake of her liberty. First question which is given in your textbook is, how old do you think Amanda is? How do you know this? So as per the reading of the poem, you might have observed that Amanda's age could be between 8 to 10 years. It means she is like a school-going girl. The mention of a character from fairy tales, her gives an idea about her age group. Who do you think is speaking to her? Very clearly, her mother is speaking to her. Third question, why are stanza 2, stanza 4 and stanza 6 given in parenthesis? Parenthesis. What is parenthesis? Parenthesis is a remark that is added, that is given to a sentence through the bracket. It is given often to provide an explanation about something. So, in stanza 2, 4 and 6 are given in bracket. So, it is parenthesis, and that is used to describe the reaction of Amanda towards her mother's continuous instructions. Fourth question, Who is the speaker in stanza 2, 4 and 6? Do you think this speaker is listening to the speaker in stanza 1, 3, 5 and 7? So the speaker in stanza 2, 4 and 6 is Amanda, as it is given in parenthesis. So the speaker is Amanda, and she is not paying any attention towards her mother. As her mother is saying, she is lost in her own thoughts. Fourth question, what could Amanda do if she were a mermaid? अगर अमांडा एक मत्स्य कन्या होती तो क्या करती? तो एज ए मरमेड अमांडा would be the sole resident, only resident of a beautiful green sea that is given in the poem with the word emerald sea. She would move from one part of the sea to another part blissfully, means happily, joyfully, without any restrictions. Next question, is Amanda an orphan? What does she say so? Why does she say so? क्या अमेंडा एक अनाथ है? ऐसा वो क्यों कहती है? तो अमांडा इज नॉट एन ऑर्फन. रियली अमांडा इज नॉट एन ऑर्फन. शी इज लिविंग विद हर मदर. शी इज ऑलवेज स्कोल्डेड बाय हर पेरेंट्स दैट मेक हर सैड बिकॉज ऑफ सेवरल इंस्ट्रक्शन, कंटिन्यूअस इंस्ट्रक्शन. शी इज सैड. Therefore, she feels that it would have been much better and peaceful if she would have been an orphan. Next, read the last stanza. Do you think Amanda is sulking and moody? Amanda is not really a moody child. She feels broken by the continuous scolding, continuous instructions and taunts that she has to listen from her mother. She feels caged in her own home and suffocated as she is pointed out for her every small mistakes. Some long questions are here which I would like to discuss also. Do you know the story of Rapunzel? In real classes also, it has been very clearly explained before you by me. One more time, in the question I am going to tell you. So do you know the story of Rapunzel? Why does Amanda want to be Rapunzel? So the story of Rapunzel is about a girl who had long magical hair. She was captured by an old witch in a tower. The old witch climbs up the tower with the help of Rapunzel's long hair, which she lets down for her through a window of the tower. One day, a thief visits her by climbing the tower with the help of her long hair. When the witch comes to know this, she makes effort to part the thief and Rapunzel, but all in vain, and Rapunzel with the help of the thief attained freedom from the captivity of the witch. One more story goes about this. On the place of thief, one day a prince came there and did the same like explained about the thief, and with the help of that prince they leaped from the tower to the horse and both escaped from that tower. But our question is, why Amanda want to be a Rapunzel? So Amanda want to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be very calm, peaceful, as she would never let her hair down for anyone. for any visitors. She wants to live in solitude. That's why she wants to be Rapunzel. Next, what does the girl yearn for? What does Amanda yearns for? अमांडा किस चीज की इच्छा करती है? What does this poem tell you about her? तो अमांडा yearns for freedom, nothing but freedom and peace of mind. She is constantly reminded of her mistakes as she is expected to be perfect in all domains of her life. In our real life also, each and every parent want their children to be perfect in their life. It is good to see her parents being concerned about her, but at the same time, Amanda feels disconnected with the family to such an extent that she wishes to be an orphan. Mermaid, Rapunzel. Amanda likes to live life on her terms and does not like anybody interfering in it. She doesn't like being pointed out for her little bit mistake even by her parents. चाहे वो उसके माता पिता ही क्यों ना हो, वो अपने मामले में किसी के द्वारा कोई दखलंदाजी नहीं चाहती है. However, it is important that Amanda and her parents make an effort in order to establish a healthy bond with each other. So this was the complete synopsis about the question which are given in your textbook. One passage is written on the board. You can see, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your soldiers, Amanda. Stop that slashing and sit up straight, Amanda. Okay? On the basis of reading of this passage, you will have to answer the given question. So one by one, let us start the question. Who is the speaker in the line above? Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Very clear that it is the instruction for Amanda and it is given by her mother. So who is the speaker in the line? Amanda's mother is the speaker in this line. Next question. Who is the listener here? The listener is Amanda. Which poetic device is used in the last line? Last line. Stop that slashing and sit up straight, Amanda. Stop slashing, sit straight. You can see here so many use of the repetition of one letter, S, 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 S. So this one is clearly alliteration. Next, which poetic what is Amanda stopped from? किस चीज के लिए अमांडा को रोका जा रहा है? What is Amanda stopped from? तो अमांडा stopped from don't bite your nail, don't hunch your soldier, stop slashing. तो firstly, don't bite your nails. तो Amanda is stopped from biting her nails. Next, Amanda can be called as a person. What kind of person? On the basis of understanding this, you can say a lazy person. What kind of person? A lazy person. Okay? So in this way, you have to complete the passage comprehension also. One open-ended question is here for you. Describe Amanda in your own word. Describe Amanda in your own word. So Amanda is a school going girl. She is perhaps 8 to 10 years. She is constantly scolded by her mother or parents, you can say. She is scolded most of the time as she does not pay any attention to her parents' advice. Amanda feels that she is targeted without any reason and longs to be free, wish to be free and live life in her own way. One more question. Describe Amanda's visualization. Visualization here, understanding of life in a tower. So for Amanda, life in a tower would be very different from her reality. There is no doubt, of course. Just like Rapunzel, even she desires to live on top of a tower because of only liberty, because of only freedom. She yearns for freedom. She wants to live away from everybody's chaos, everybody's instructions. So she understands that life in a tower would be full of peace and tranquility, where there is no one to disturb.